All right, it's Matt Mrozik, aka MVN397, and I think I've got like 4 more to do after this. So the next piece is from Quarantine Studios, and actually I have 3 pieces from them. But I'm going to do this one by itself because it deserves its own video. The other 2 are very similar as far as the subject matter goes. But this is Death Becomes Her. And I've seen paint-ups of this before, and I've always been interested in it because, again, it's kind of got that Film Meets Girl pinup style. I'm not into classic monster figures, but this is the Bride of Frankenstein pinup style, and really cool piece. So here's and it's a nice box. So I'm pretty sure that this is an unpainted version of their pre-painted statue, because on the back here it tells you about gives you a story. It's made out of polystone. Pre-paints are typically made out of polystone. It's a really nice dense material. It's heavy, it's sturdy. It gives you the details of the statue. It's 1/6 scale, 14 inches tall, polystone, fully painted, easy to assemble. And they are correct about the easy to assemble. This is a flawless piece, and I don't say that too often. I looked at this in my room, and it is truly clean and paint piece. Really, really amazing. So let's open it up. And I love the box. I'm going to have to do it off camera here because it's packed very well. It's got a styrofoam insert, and everything was wrapped and separated into little styrofoam compartments. So let's get this out because I don't want to tear the box. I want to keep it. Okay. So out of the box comes this, and this opens up. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. Hold on 1 second. I'm losing all my blades. Okay, let's turn this around because I have to show you the packaging as well. Really, really done well. And now these were actually in plastic bags, but I have since gotten rid of them. I'm gonna take this off the tripod just for a second, so it's gonna be shaky. So everything's been compartmentalized, and these were in plastic bags like I mentioned, but done really, really well. So you can tell this was originally a pre-painted statue because this is how they would ship it. So let's take the pieces out. Base, arm, main body, leg. This is gonna be a short video actually because this is so good. There's not much to say about it. It's just done extremely well. Okay, so let's take a look at the pieces here. So here's the base. Just exceptional. Quality is off the rails. Really, really nicely done. Again, polystone, so it's really nice and dense. And we get a nice label on the bottom. Sculpted by Barsom. I don't know who that is. That's new to me. This is number 17 of 20. Quarantine Studios. I'll put a link to their Facebook page. I know they have one. But just it's flawless. Basically, you know, a lot of guys will feel, oh, it doesn't feel like it has any mold release, I'm just going to paint it. I'll give this a slight, I don't want to get the base wet, but I'll probably do it just a real light wipe down with some alcohol to kind of get any dirt off, just to make sure that this is ready to paint. But if it does feel like there's no mold release on it whatsoever, but the details in the skulls are crazy good. It's kind of nice rock feature. It'll be nice to kind of paint this maybe like a stained wood with the rock, and then you got the skulls. Their paint up that they had on display was beautiful. And then we have the main body of her, the torso, and her clothing. Again, there's no mold lines, there's no seam lines. This is truly ready to go. Magnets are installed. Her portrait is actually really gorgeous. Like I said, their paint up was really pretty. It was kind of a greenish blue skin tone. Basically what you saw on the back of the box was their paint up. Really, really nice piece. So the legs magnetize in there and there perfectly. And then she sits, there's a pin in her foot right there, and there's a hole here in the base. So you really, I say this, but you really can't mess this up. But I could because I'm Polish. So I'm going to put this in. The magnet grabbed, her foot went in the pin, and there she sits on her stack of skulls. It's really, really pretty. And then her hands. I always get the arms on the wrong side. Again, already magnets put in. There's no putty work, you know, she's ready to go. So just really an incredible piece. I can't say enough about her. So this is, I think, one of the ones I'm going to put on my to get painted for Wonderfest next year, because she'll be fun to do. Really, really highly recommend it. It's really pretty. Not sure if they have any left. I think like I said, I had like number 17 out of 20 maybe. I only had 20 of these unpainted kits, but super, super cool. So I don't know if I'm going to like glue her legs on and stuff, or if I'm just gonna leave them magnetized. Because right now there's no work to be done. It's just to clean her and paint her. So yeah. Let's see if I can come in closer on her face. Really pretty, really nice work, guys. So that'll do it for Death Becomes Her. Nice piece, and she's tall, so she's 1/6 scale, and she is on the base. They say 14 inches. She's 13.5. So nice piece. Highly recommend. All right, so that's it for this one, and then the next video for them will be this 2-in-1 because they're similar in subject matter. Thanks for watching. It's Matt Mrozik, aka MVM3897, signing off.